Hey guys, my name's Sarah. If you've never seen me on the internet before, I'm an 18-year-old cosmetology student and this is my cosmetology YouTube channel. So I created this channel because I wanted to be able to reach out to other cosmetology students and be able to help out in ways that I just want to be able to help them out and help teach other cosmetology students things that I had to learn on my own. I am such an introverted person. I'm just naturally shy. I'm naturally introverted. Just with me being on the floor for about 2 months, I've already learned like different conversation starters, things to ask your clients when they're in the chair. And like I said, I had to learn this the hard way just because I am so shy. So today I'm going to be helping out all of my introverted cosmetology students or people even going into cosmetology school who are introverted. I am going to be giving you different things to ask, just conversation starters, and also 3 topics that you do not want to talk about in a salon. So I'm just going to put this out there. I feel like this is widely known. It's not necessarily a rule, but it's kind of like an unwritten rule. The 3 things that you do not want to talk about in a salon. These are things that I try to avoid at all costs. Those topics are religion, politics, and sex. Those are the 3 things you do not want to talk about in a salon. It's just not the place. There is a time and place for all 3 of those subjects, but it's not in a salon. When there's conversation about religion, anyone can be offended. I try to avoid it at all costs. With politics, it's gotten to the point where politics drives everything. With talks about politics, it's just better to keep it out of the salon. Leave it at the door. It doesn't need to come in. Unfortunately, it does come in sometimes. Sometimes the conversation happens and there's nothing you could have done to prevent it. It just happens sometimes. And then when it comes to topics like sex, it's kind of obvious why you want to keep it out of the salon. So religion, politics, and sex, those are the 3 topics that should not be brought into a salon. Now for the actual conversation starters. So just an easy thing to ask right when you greet your client. Let's say someone's coming in for a haircut. You can always say, "Hi, I'm Sarah. I'm going to be doing your haircut today. How are you today?" Just ask how they are. When you ask that, sometimes people just really like to be able to talk about their day or just talk about what's going on in their life, And it's just one of the easiest conversation starters there are, You can never go wrong with just asking the simple question of how are you today. If they didn't really talk too much and you're trying to start a conversation, then you can always ask where they're from. Are you from this area? I have a lot of clients where I'll ask that and they'll actually go back 15 years and tell me all the places they've been, and they'll be like, "Oh, well, I was born here, but I was raised here, and I came back here, and I've been here for about 10 years now." The other day, I actually had a client that said that she has been in Florida all winter, but she just came back because of COVID. You can actually learn a lot about someone just by asking that one question of where they're from. So I think this is question number 3. But you can always ask if they've been to the school for a service or anything like that before. Sometimes you'll actually get people where it's their first time visiting the school, or they've been coming for about 15 and upwards of 30 years. There's a few regulars at my school that come once or twice a week, and they've been coming for almost 30 years. Another question that you can bounce off of that question is if they've liked their services before, or what services have they gotten. So I know those were only a few questions, but just by using those conversation starters, that's something that can just start your conversation. Once you get into a conversation, you'll be like, "Oh wait, I can ask this, I can ask that." These are just general conversation starters. They're not anything too big, but I feel like these are perfect for cosmetology students who are just hitting the floor that may be a bit on the nervous side, because I definitely was. Like I said a million times in this video, I'm a very introverted person. And so it was just hard for me. And then there was a friend of mine at my school. She still goes there. But I think it was a few weeks ago. I was like, "Yeah, I'm just really bad with conversation and starting stuff because I'm so shy." And she said, "Well, I'll just start up random conversations." If it's been silent for a couple of minutes, she'll be like, "So do you have any plans over the weekend or anything like that? Or do you have plans for the holidays?" And those are actually 2 more questions you can ask. If you are like nearing the holidays, or you know, it's close to the weekend, you can always ask, so do you have any plans for the weekend, or do you have any plans for the holidays? Like when you ask about the weekend or holidays, if they actually have stuff lined up, you can really actually get them talking. Some people just don't want to have a conversation, and that's not a bad thing. That's, you know, just their preference at the time. Maybe they're not in a good mood, or maybe they're just, you know, tired. There could be a million reasons for someone not want to have a conversation, and that's perfectly fine. There's another friend of mine that's actually near my station. If she tries to start a conversation a couple of times and they're just, you know, not really trying to put effort into the conversation, she'll just stop. So it's not that big of a deal if they don't want to have a conversation. It's probably just their preference. Maybe if they come in another time, they'll want to have a conversation. I hope I didn't ramble too much. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please give it a like. It would really help my channel. If you have any friends in cosmetology school, or that are thinking about going into cosmetology school, send my channel to them, like share. You might as well. I want to be able to help out cosmetology students as much as possible because I'm in their shoes right now. I want to be able to help out as much as possible with the things that I've personally learned. So if you know anybody, then feel free to send this video to them. Tell them to subscribe to me because I'm gonna be releasing so many more videos, you know, like this one, just with advice. I'm gonna try to do like a day in the life of a cosmetology student or student stylist, however you'd like it said. But I want to do more videos like that. I want to be able to help out as much as possible. Obviously my channel will evolve as I get closer to graduation, and I get closer to, you know, being a licensed cosmetologist. Feel free to send this to them. So yeah, like this video, please, please, please. It would really help me out. Subscribe if you have not subscribed already. Oh yeah, turn on those post notifications. How did I not remember that? Yeah, turn those on, and I guess I'll see you in my next video. Bye guys.